Isaiah Wynn is capable, I think Hunter Long's capable right now. Are they game ready right this second? You know, probably not. Hunter's probably the most able to handle all the calls and everything going on, and snap the ball consistently right this second. But there's a lot of time between now and then for everybody else to get better at the skills that they need to get better at, and you know, study the spring cut-ups and make sure they can make all the right calls and all that kind of stuff. So, and those guys work all summer long. They'll have a lot of 7-on-7 reps with each other. And that's one thing you could perfect, in my opinion, in an off season. So they should be able to get that done.
Coach, is the fact that if you put Cablano at center, the fact that you may be having to change, you know, deal with 2 position changes up front at that point, does that factor into the decision at all?
Not really. Not really. Just trying to find, we got to find the best center. Because I think Cablano can play guard. I think Isaiah can play guard. I'm not worried about their ability to play guard. I'm worried about who really should be the guy at center. And, it's just not set up yet.
How does, I always mispronounce his name, Cablano's,
Cablano.
yeah, how does his left-handedness figure into it?
It shouldn't matter at all. It really shouldn't matter. And I don't think it is a factor. I think just the lack of reps is what is the factor. We got through the scrimmage really pretty good. This wasn't a reaction to what happened in the scrimmage. It was the fact, like I said before, it's really the last chance to coach, you know, one-on-one until the fall, really. So I just wanted to have a good session with him and Bryce. Bryce had a couple things that I thought he needed to correct and where he was placing his hand, and just wanted to make sure that was solid.
This is the second straight year, I think, y'all done the 2 practices after GDay. How much is, looking back, how much do you think that has helped you and the players to be able to do that?
I would say the main reason why we do it is to keep a day between every practice all spring long. We could make the GDay game the end of the 5th week and not have anything afterwards, or we had it at the end of the 4th week and then have T2 afterwards to make sure we were going Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, except for our coaches clinic where we go on Friday. But, I mean, it's nice, again, to, like the Monday prior to your first practice, you're installing, get time to meet. Then you practice, and then Wednesday, after you look at Tuesday's practice, that's all you gotta focus on. Then Thursday, before that Thursday's practice, you can work on install for what's gonna happen that day. But when you go back-to-back days, you're trying to watch film from yesterday and install in the same meeting, you just kind of get crunched for time. So the main reason why we've had 2 after is just to keep that day in between each practice to be off for film study and for even for the guys' bodies to recover a little bit. That's kind of why we did it.
Mark, what does it mean for these summer workouts, the dynamic of having you know, not a starting quarterback kind of pegged in terms of who leads and that kind of thing?
Well, I think that I know that Fatone, being the senior, not a senior, but the senior man in the group, I know he's got the skills to do that, and I think Bryce does too. I'm not exactly sure how we'll get that done, but that'll be something we got to discuss. But more than likely, if there's going to be any QB